between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Allen off the play fake. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air, Allen. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Allen.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Hancock. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The Jets at 1-7 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free,
got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but
he rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 receptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
Got an open man. It's Pickens. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal. They go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
These two teams all tied after 1. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll send the tight end in motion left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Allen going to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
And that's their 1st sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. They'll run with Hall.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
One more time with Hall.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
They'll try to run it here with Hall.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Allen. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Bills 14, Jets 10. Tyler Bass will be
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Hall has it knocked loose.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Now, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Allen will try again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Allen. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Bass is good. And Charles, his name etched in the NFL record books. Just the 2nd field goal ever made from 66 yards as he ties Justin Tucker's NFL record.
And everything had to go right for that field goal to be converted. The snap, the hold, the protection, all had to be perfect. No wind working against you, and he nails that one. Congratulations on an incredible kick.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Allen. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen buying time to his left. Finding Knox there, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think
and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wilson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
And following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons.
And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To the air, Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. He's done it. 1,000 career catches with that last reception.
I don't care what you've done in your life. How many things have you done 1,000 times of significance? How about this? With that catch, now closing in on the top 10 all-time in NFL history, a very significant achievement.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bills on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Allen. Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going up top.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations? In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Straight ahead is Hall. Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind.
So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he's got it. The conversion good. We are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Allen. Dancing to his left.
That's taken in by Knox.
Pushes him over.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Alert, alert, alert.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win.
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Buffalo, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8.